Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included Let's Play episode 91. As some of you may know, I've been gone for a while. I went on vacation with my girlfriend for 8 days to Cancun to celebrate a friend's wedding. And then when I came back, I had a pretty terrible case of strep throat and didn't really feel up to recording any more episodes. And between the vacation and getting sick, I just had a lot of stuff to catch up on and haven't been able to play this game in quite a while. So let's get straight to it. Well, actually, a few things first. I was kind of perusing around the base to regain my bearings and noticed a few things that we didn't seem to catch in the previous episode. Number one is that there is some sort of vent or volcano or something right here that we haven't checked out. So I'm going to get to work on making our way towards that. And let's just go ahead and slap down a couple tiles right here and start taking our way up to here and figure out what exactly we're going to do with that. We have another vent somewhere right here, a carbon dioxide vent, which I think we're going to keep. Actually, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is not a vent. It's probably a volcano, I would guess. Either that or a cool slush geyser. Both of which would be pretty good. I think what happened is I actually dug out here to look for it and didn't see anything and then forgot about it. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. So that's probably a volcano or a cool slush geyser. Either way, we want to get to it. But that's one thing that I noticed we hadn't quite done. Another thing is we were so obsessed with getting to space that we kind of ignored the problem of kicking this can down the road. And now we have some flooding and stuff like that. So another thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and dig out like so. Actually, probably don't need to do that dig order. But let's go ahead and slap down igneous rock right around here. And then we will make ourselves some more liquid reservoirs. Here works. Oh, that's perfect. Just like so. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to line up because I was off one on this thing, but, alright, liquid pipe, igneous rock, and we are just going to run a pipe like so. We can cancel this. We're going to go ahead and set the priority to this to be a 7. Get our coolant to stop overflowing. We're going to have to drain this at some point. That shouldn't be too hard because we can just dig a hole here, have it all fall into here. But we'll need to do that eventually once we want to get this system back up and running. Right now I don't really have any significant plans for this sort of industrial sector. We're going to rework all of this eventually. We kind of got what we wanted out of it, which is a bunch of refined metal and steel and plastic and whatnot. But we're going to rework this and cap these and do something else with this. But and then one other thing that I wanted to take care of was we don't really need this space scanner anymore. We can in fact go ahead and disable this building and just leave these closed pretty much the entire time. There's no pressing reason to go and do anything else with this area over here. So I think we're going to do that as well. Set this priority. This already is at 7. We can basically deconstruct this entire area here and start building our big space building that we'll eventually have. A couple other things due to the patch. We do not put drywall behind any of that anymore. Drywall and tiles can't go on the same spot. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's cancel this deconstruct. That way this can get finished. And yeah, we'll put ceramic tiles in here. And then should be good to go. Bunker tile. We're going to leave this open for now. Alright. So, I guess one other thing, I need to change the priority of this to be a 7 as well. And I think that we are ready to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay. So we've been kind of trying to rush to get to space for a while, and we're pretty close, but we kind of need to be paying attention to the other stuff that I haven't been really paying attention to, unfortunately. What is the priority of this stuff? This can all be a 7 as well. I want to get to start getting to space because that's going to be a big rate limiting step. But we still have a pretty good number of things to do. We need to get Stinky all trained up on his little whirly go round. We need to finish up our clearing out the top of our silo. There's basically a lot of things we need to do to get ready for that. And I don't want things like this happening in the meantime. So let's go ahead and get some of this all set up here. That way we're at least reducing our problems. How are we doing on other stuff? There's a good amount of petroleum here that we've built up. This is actually a very good amount of petroleum, or crude oil I should say, that we can turn into petroleum. Yeah, I think we're doing good on everything else. Of course, we have tons of edibles at this point. Lots of fried mushrooms for everybody. We're still turning a lot of regolith into clay. Regolith at 29 degrees C. That's good. And we are going to try and also finish up this, I think. That way we can get all that going again. Whoops. New duplicant. Let's priority 7 all of this stuff as well. Alright. What do we have? Choose. Oh yeah, that's right. We can choose stuff like this. So I guess we're taking the ice. Since we don't want any of these guys. Go ahead and print the ice. I want to see how this works. Alright, just drops ice there. That's fine. These areas we are filling up with ice as well. Perfect. And then we're going to get this fuel bunker set up at some point and start generating steam and whatnot from this system here to eventually fuel our rocket. Alright. Insulated tile, ceramic. Drop a couple of those right there. We're going to priority 7 that as well. Excellent. This is not what we want, right? Yeah, we do not want the doors stuck open. They are open at the moment. So we kind of just want to close them and then stop a signal from going in, right? That's ultimately what we're looking to do here. So what does my automation look like? What do I have set up right now? It's just this and a NOT gate, right? Alright, let's go ahead and deconstruct this actually. We'll leave this disabled, but we're going to set that at a 9. Try and get that done real quickly because I don't want stuff falling on this glass over here. Don't want this glass breaking. Want these doors closed. So if I disable that, yeah, these should all start closing. Alright, perfect. That was the one step we needed to do. Good that we got it done in time. And then we're going to finish up this and put the top on the rocket. We'll need to create a gantry across from here, but that shouldn't be too hard for us. One more step to do. How are we coming along with with Stinky? 15%. Okay, he's got a little ways to go. Keep working at it, Stinky. And let's set this priority to be higher as well. Definitely want that to keep going. Okay. So these are starting to fill up. Unfortunately, the one pump that we have running... Oh. And set this to be higher priority as well. Unfortunately, this is producing 7.4 kilograms per second. And this... Oh, well, it normally produces 11 kilograms per second. So there's a little bit more than we can handle. This one pump will pump 10 kilograms per second. There's a bit of an issue there. But other than that, we should be good. This polluted water is still pretty cold. Don't quite want to run it through. our water sieve. Alright, this is filling up with oxygen. These are still filling up with hydrogen slowly. And we can go ahead and say dig out all this. Let's pause for a moment, and any regolith that is at a reasonable temperature, anything that's around 50, let's just go ahead and push out of here. Make room for more regolith. 53, 53, 54. Okay, let's try something else. That's too hot. This regolith is cold. I'll go ahead and let things run while we're doing this. But basically, I just want to create more room for regolith. I just dump it on the ground here. There's going to be a lot of thermal mass in the system, but that's fine. It's one of the main uses for regolith, actually. It doesn't have a whole lot of uses. Creating thermal mass is one of them, effectively. We'll set this to be more important. Oxygen, oxygen, polluted oxygen. Sure. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Looking good. Let's go ahead and dig out to see what we have here. And we'll priority 7 this as well. And then we'll know kind of what we want to do with this area. Job mastered. Herald. What do we want you to do, Herald? Alright, exosuit engineer seems fine. Go ahead and do that. Yeah. Once we know what's here, we'll kind of know what we want to do with some of the surrounding area, how we want to handle that. But for now, we just need to figure out what it is. What is behind door number 1? Oh my god, Camille. Leaving me in suspense. It is a gold volcano. Alright. Yes. Alright. So one thing, I'll let him run while I'm doing this. We are probably going to want to create for ourselves, whoops, a sort of gas storage area. So I'm dig out this, dig out this, dig out this. We're going to create a gas storage area. And we are going to pump out this area right here, effectively. Base, ladder. Oops, igneous rock is fine. Ladder up like so. We kind of want to avoid letting this gas out. It isn't hugely important. Normally what we care about is not having hydrogen end up pooling in these little areas right here. But we're kind of fine with it getting out here. I mean, I've already let some go up to here because we can pump it out from here if we care to later on. It's just getting it trapped in these annoying places in your base is not really what you want to be doing. So let's go ahead and do this as well, and we'll basically have a ladder of igneous rock go down here as well. I guess we don't need that. We can do this, and then we will do this. Alright, and I suppose we want to just uproot all of this stuff. That way it doesn't get in our way. And we'll set up just a little sort of gas pump and pump out all of the gas from this area into some storage areas right here. I think that's going to be the plan. We'll take the priority and set it to priority 6 for getting these walls up, I guess. This isn't hugely important. We'll come back to this in a bit. This is Harold. Yep. Alright. Stinky's still training. Perfect. And we're basically getting this under control. Because this one is dormant for now. This is actually the bigger of the two. Pumping it out into here, kicking the can down the road. That's what I like to see. How are we doing on our rocket? Alright, so let's go ahead and deconstruct this. Have all this finished up. We're basically going to want to create a gantry plus control system for this. But maybe we want to push out a little bit more into space here first. I would believe that. And we'll go ahead and say sweep whatever you can find here. We're going to deconstruct this and then build the top of our rocket and be one step closer. Alright. So this area is vacuum, complete vacuum. That's great. I think the Weezwort did its work there. Because I don't think we've been running this. We've had this disabled. Pump not gas. I don't know. Either way, it's a vacuum. We can go ahead and deconstruct this. This area being filled with oxygen is perfectly fine with me. We're ultimately going to be putting oxygen into here. So we're fine with that. I'd kind of like to vacuum out this area right here, though. So we'll see if we can do that. Let's go ahead and base, insulated tile, ceramic. Do a little bit of that. And then we will say furniture. Grab ourselves a flower pot. Granite is fine. Build that right there. Do the Weezwort strategy again. See if we can't vacuum out this area slowly. Just to create a better insulator between these two areas effectively. Because this one is going to be very hot, this one's going to be very cold. And we're going to care about keeping this really cold. So don't want it to be in thermal communication with something that's really hot. Potentially we shouldn't have it up against this wall either. That's also a little bit of an issue. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay. I suppose it also means we want to get rid of these to make room. Let's just let them go about their work. Okay. So, oxygen system all filled up again. So this is basically shut off because there's no room for the oxygen. Kind of fine not running our system here. We have so much oxygen in our base at this point that until we, I guess, get going on the, vacuuming all this out, you know, let's go ahead and set that to be a higher priority then. Until we get all this starting to get pumped out and replace it with oxygen, we're not going to really have a place for more oxygen to go. So I'm kind of fine not having our systems run. How are we doing down here? Less good on oxygen. We basically just need more CO2 getting down to here. Which is doable. How'd the ice do up here? Didn't melt, did it? Alright, perfect. Okay. Not bad at all. One other thing I suppose I want to work on is I would like to go ahead and set ourselves up another bedroom just in case we get anybody else into our system. Seems like a good idea to me. Let's go base. We'll start building plastic ladder on everything. Dig out this area here to work, and this area here. Yeah, and start working on another bedroom. I think would be a good idea, because we are at max capacity right now, if I am not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 3, 21. We're at 21. Yeah, a little bit more of that would be good. Okay. This is filling up. This is no longer overflowing. What does this link to? Just a second. Hold that thought. Joya seeds versus nothing. Because we aren't taking anybody who doesn't have diver's lungs. So let's get some Joya seeds. What was I thinking about over here? Oh yeah, whether or not I want to start working on this. This powers the water sieve. It's not hugely important right now. This is all kind of cold. I'd want to run these metal refineries a little bit more before I did that. Okay. So my water levels up here. Water levels here are fine. Fine. Yeah, this is looking all right. Awaiting delivery of water. That's fine. We don't really need more oxygen production at this point. Okay. Looking good. So it's mainly just... Ooh, this is done. Let's go ahead and set up a couple airlocks just to help improve things a little bit more. This U-shape should do a lot of the work for us. But we will also set up for ourselves a gas pump. Right here seems fine. A couple gas filters. I think one here. Gas pipe to link it up. Goes in here, goes in here. And then we will have... I guess we'll just have it re-output. Well, I suppose we want all of them to go through, don't we? Because I kind of want to pump it out as well. I just want to almost vacuum out this room, basically. Sure, okay. So gas pipe. We're going to have one of the gas pipes. Yeah, we'll have a gas pipe come out here. We will have a gas pipe come out here, and we will have a gas pipe come out here. There's one thing I need to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab some granite tile and do this. And do that with a priority 7, I don't know. Get this wall finished. Well, actually, let's just do this. I only need the one. Might as well keep this hydrogen in here if I can. And then we need to power the system. I need to stop getting in the habit of pausing. So, let's go ahead, just slap down one of these, and then some wire to wire this up. Like so. Alright, looking good. I suppose we do want to also just get a little access ladder right here. Okay, should be all set. A lot of housekeeping done this episode. We're going to start setting up for how we want to do this gold volcano. We're going to set up some gas storage over here, pump out all this hydrogen and chlorine. We're making progress slowly on this. Let's go ahead and increase that priority. We've basically just walled off our space area for now. Don't need to do anything more with it. Just turn this off. We're going to remove a lot of this stuff. And we also got our industrial sector a little bit more in line with whole not overflowing vision for it. We're going to rework this area. The in-game plan, though, is not having it just flooded with water. That's not what the vision includes. The vision is a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to pause things here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.